Good evening! Welcome to all my shadowy hearts. The former Blue Rocks, that's going to change. That appellation's going to change. Let me try that again. Welcome to all of my human hand spiders. I'll get it right one of these times. It'll keep changing. Anyway, welcome back. I am the Corundum Cat, and this is episode number 2 of our semi-competently voiced long play of Shadow Hearts 2, Shadow Hearts Covenant. And very briefly, for posterity, if anyone is catching up with this and missed the previous episode, wow, what is the summary for any given bit of this game? Okay, it's gonna sound anytime I do an episode summary, it's going to sound increasingly as this game goes on like I have really severe aphasia. What is it? Karen Koenig, German Imperial lieutenant in the Kaiser's army, leads a raid during the First World War on the small French town of Domremy-la-Bastille, birthplace and French historical site associated with Joan of Arc, to score a propaganda victory for King and Kaiser as the war is going on. They are wiped out by a gargoyle-looking demon dude. She is the sole survivor, that is Karen. Hooks up with Nicholas Conrad, cardinal and professional exorcist Nikolai, for the rest of the narrative. He is introduced briefly as our playable character. They hit up the Vatican, they get some exorcism tools, the holy mistletoe. They go back to Domremy, get savaged by wooden lions and curiously animate toy trains. Turns out Nikolai, a bad guy, part of an evil, particularly violent offshoot of the Vatican cult, Sapientes Gladio, the Saints of the Sword, who are upset because we wiped out the villain of the previous game in Yuri's previous adventures with Alice Elliott. You remember Alice? This is a story about Alice. Anyway, oh geez, I'm going to be doing a lot of that. A lot of Arlo Guthrie in this household. Anyway, there was a throwdown, big guy, some ninjas with some claws. Karen betrayed, fell in with us. We made it back from the Ardennes, fought a finger spider monster, and are now in the actually really nice studio apartment of our creepy puppeteer friend, Alice Elliott's uncle Geppetto. Said army officer, Karen Koenig, has ditched the Kaiser's finery, fallen in with us, and we are on our way to the port city of Le Havre. We're going to be leaving Paris. We just got here. It's a real shame. Also, yeah, this place is so nice. Man. Looks great for 1915. Great for the First World War. So that's enough of a recap. Let's escape from the city. And first, just see how things are going. Okay, what an establishing shot. Is this Paris? Yes, we are contractually obligated to have the Eiffel Tower. With period-accurate navigational light on top of it, if you can kind of make out the red pulsing there. That's very nice. Like that a lot. And I don't think there will be random encounters in the streets of Paris. That is a sewer. Okay, we're probably using those tunnels to leave the city, but let's explore the streets of Paris a little bit before we do. I was exactly wrong. That's a random encounter in the streets of Paris. I have I'm not sure I've ever been proven wrong more. Okay, no, Galcian proved me wrong more quickly in Skies of Arcadia when he opened with Terminal. What do we got? Do we have any good crest magic? Oh, awesome! This is what we want when possible with magic in this game. It shows who you're gonna hit in the formation, and we're gonna try to get all of them with one cast. Perfect. Also, we have an awesome preternaturally intelligent wolf. His name's Blanca. Don't question it. It's not the strangest thing you're gonna have to be asked to take at face value. You were expecting mimes, says the almighty Tim. Well, the Ironclaw soldiers, they never talk. They just make, like, creepy gesticulations, so squint and look at it. This isn't the way to the subway. We've got to hurry. Oh, they're not going to let me explore Gay Paris? Does that happen again if I... Okay, hang on. Hang on. Alright, I'm not gonna use all my magic points before we get to where we're actually supposed to be going. But it does occur to me that if I wanted to scum this out, this would be the ideal place to do so. Oh, these ones are tougher than previously. They understand our gamer instincts too well. Oh, Karen, stole a rapier from Geppetto. I don't know why she didn't keep the gun. It made it into the thumbnail. Because she read part of Wagner's opera, Das Nibelung, she now knows magic attacks with her sword. Like you do. Whew! Last pixel there. And Geppetto is definitely the kind of the more traditional mage of the party with his creepy living doll Cordelia. Okay, those soldiers had twice as many hit points as the first bunch. Ah, and are worth the same amount of XP. They know me too well. Valdom, welcome. That's for sure the takeaway one should have from Wagner. Yes, throw the rapier at the ground and it will explode into flames. Okay, fine. We will not keep farming claw soldiers in the streets of Paris. All right. Now this is, well, some kind of subway. This is not an active subway. Fair warning, even more so than with Skies, I have not touched this game in a very long while, so if I get super lost super easily, that's just the thing. Are we actually taking the subway? No, we're not. What about you, Maurice the Shopper?
There's a subway station in our neighborhood now, too. It'll take you to downtown Paris in no time. Progress makes our lives so much easier.
Bold claim to make during the First World War.
You've got to mind your manners now, or you're not getting on this train, you hear?
Oh, that was not the little girl being scolded, but... Oh, okay. I'm not sure if we're going to be going back into the tunnels to flee the city in the other direction, but for now we just had to use use that really quickly to get out of Geppetto's neighborhood. Spillman, the pianist. The deadline's next week, but I just can't seem to come up with a new piece, no matter how long it's at the piano. Oh wait, all these people should have obnoxious French accents. What am I doing? I can do an obnoxious French accent.
I started playing something called the lottery recently, but it's hard to get to stop when you want it. Guess I better go find another lottery ticket.
Everyone's hooked on the numbers in this town.
There's a cemetery nearby, and they say there are wolves there. Lots of people have heard them howling in the middle of the night. That must be real spooky.
Yeah, we got a wolf with us. No one seems to notice. Yeah, everyone. Yes, again, I love how everyone has a title when talking. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that continues. Oh, and just random enhancements for the ring roll here. We cannot go up further. Okay. We just promenading through Paris. I want to point out, Paris in 1915 was not this chill. Like, there is a real shortage of recruiting posters and such. The closest that the Kaiser ever came to winning the war was in 14 and 15. Though this would be after the miracle of Paris, when in the initial German advance, they had like all the taxi drivers and lorry drivers in the city basically press ganged into, well, not press ganged, but just volunteered to take troops to the front line for a impromptu mass mobilization. Okay, so is it going to let me ride the train? No, it is not. It didn't seem like it was letting me go anywhere else in the town. What have we heard? There's a cemetery full of wolves. Keep our eye out for that. Because we have a wolf. Maybe he wants to meet his brethren. Oh, we're supposed to go into this place, apparently. I don't recall that it prompted me for this, but here we are. By process of elimination. Old friend Louis. Welcome! Hey, look who you are here! It's Geppetto! Haven't seen you in a while. You disappeared all of a sudden. When did you get back?
Oh, just a little while ago. But I'm caught up in a bit of a situation. I'll have to be leaving Paris again right away.
You don't say! Boss, you just got here! You sure haven't changed. That way, sticking your nose onto things. You've got to start acting your age.
Yeah, when I want your advice, I'll ask. But listen, we want to get to Le Havre. You know any ways to get out of town unnoticed?
Oh, you don't want to attract any attention to yourself, eh? Yeah, I know. You could use a subway tunnel. That way, you could go wherever you want without being seen. They're full of monsters. It's a great tutorial donjon. Rumor has it there are a few abandoned tunnels. Some of them even reach to the outskirts of Paris.
I see. Subway tunnels, eh? That's a great idea.
But it's just a rumor, right? How are we going to find these tunnels? It's the subway. I mean, well, how about we ask somebody that we would know, or that would know, like somebody that worked on the tunnels, or one of those train freaks that can name every single station.
Okay, let's start looking for somebody who knows about the subway then.
On the case, why don't you try going to the Champs-Élysées? Now, losing the subway over there right now. You find Dr. Gautier, the design engineer, in a hotel there. Hey, yo, Gautier is an OG.
The chandelier who? Champs-Élysées! The next station over.
Train freaks.
Yeah, I've met Dr. Gautier a couple of times before. He used to come to my theater.
Your theater? You mean you used to be famous, Geppetto?
Used to be.
I quit the stage when his wife died, but his show used to be celebrated all over Paris.
Shh, don't tell them that. That was all a long time ago. Anyway, we're off to the Champs-Élysées.
Okay, this is probably... I spoke a bit of French when I played this game initially, and I still speak about the same amount of French. I'm very curious, someone who has had never encountered this before. The Champs-Élysées!
Take a look at my painting. It's my girlfriend. What do you think? Isn't she beautiful?
Says Auguste the Novice.
She cooks me meals, buys me painting supplies. She's a wonderful woman. I got nothing to offer right now, but someday I'm going to show the whole world her beauty through my art.
That's surprisingly heartfelt. Hey, yo, who are all these creepy mannequins standing around? Gaston, the common man. I feel a lot more at home in some seedy bar. No, I can't use that voice. I need that voice for later.
And in one of them fancy sidewalk cafes.
Yo, the sidewalk cafes are not fancy, my dude.
Amélie, they're sparring dancer.
I'm taking ballet en modern dance lessons while I work part-time here. My dream is to one day stand on the stage of the Moulin Rouge. You'll come to see me there, won't you?
And Angelina, the fun fan.
Haven't seen you for a while, Geppetto. Aren't you going to do your puppet shows anymore like you used to? And my daughter is going to be 3 this year. I wish I could take her to see one of your Cornelia performances.
Oh, Cornelia, excuse me, not Claudia. I had that wrong previously. That's the creepy living doll. Okay, so we need to go to the Champs-Élysées, which I think he said it's the next station. So okay, yeah, I bet we go back down to the subway. We take it to the Champs-Élysées. If we get away from this creepy child blocking the entire staircase.
Hold on there.
Yo, is this normal? This is starting to feel like a name drop of every place famous outside of France. So, you've caught on very quickly, have you? Well, I've got good news, and I've got really good news.
That's a beautiful wolf you have, isn't it?
Better than yours, anyway. Yeah, dude, don't go. Your dog sucks. My dog's great, though. Aru. Grr, these guys think they're tough, Ernest.
That sounds like a challenge. Tetsu, why don't you show them whose fangs are sharper?
We just having dog fights in the middle of the street now? Aru? What am I getting caught in the middle of here? I don't want to waste energy on a meaningless fight. What do you say, Blanca? Sounds like they're asking for it to me.
I'm gonna beat you. Then Ernest will be really proud of me.
That's a childish reason for a fight.
Oh, right, the dogs are fully voiced. I forgot about that. Okay, if we're doing this, and we are doing this, this might be worthwhile. We'll see. We'll buff Blanca. Get that evade rate up. 36% dodge is pretty good. Not, good enough, apparently. Oh, that evade buff does nothing. Okay. Can I cheat in a dogfight in the street and heal myself? Yes. Okay, got 2 rounds to hopefully finish up. This is surprisingly nail-biting. Ooh, this is going to be right down to the wire. We have one... In the lower right, we have the SP is the soul points counting down every round. And Blanca will go berserk if we run out. But, play it safe. Good enough. I was not expecting to be super stressed about randomly getting challenged to a wolf fight in the streets of Paris. Is that what commerce is like around here?
But why? Ernest and I trained a whole bunch and everything.
Because you're just a little runt.
Wonderful, wonderful. Your name was Blanca, was it? Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ernest, a humble zoologist. This is for you, Blanca.
A stamp card, not to be confused with a stud card. It's quite different.
What's this miserable-looking card? Congratulations! You are now entitled to join the Wolf Bout, a competition to find the world's strongest wolf.
Yes, this is how early, early zoological studies were conducted. You put wolves in the same place and you had them fight, and then you arbitrarily declared them to be stronger.
Wolf Bout? You battle the wolves you find throughout the world and gather paw print stamps as proof of your victories. Like this.
And there's Soul Comet.
I'll give you a prize for every 3 stamps you collect. And when you fill the whole card up with stamps...
Okay, ominous zoom.
You'll be the strongest wolf in the world. What do you think, Blanca? Oh boy!
Wouldn't that be cool? Strongest wolf in the world, Blanca. Just walks away. Just nope.
Come ask him any questions. Good luck to you. No, never mind, Tetsu. You're not a wolf anyway. I guess there's room for a few improvements. Better get ready before he gets any stronger.
Yo, don't insult your dog. I mean, it is a dog. Okay, so that's a thing that we have to pay attention now. Alright, there might be random dog fights. Good to know. Something which, okay, so we saw with Karen, she gets her special abilities by reading Wagner. Blanca unlocks his by winning dog fights, which is a thing that is going to keep happening in our vicinity. Also, MP is really skimpy early on here. But we'll put Blanca back up. Geppetto will need... Yeah, we can probably need another cast off him. Yo, take us to the Champs-Élysées. Oh, goody. Let's take it. Only the subway construction crew is long beyond this service entrance. I mean, it's the tunnels we want. We'll just go there. We're not going back to Montmartre. There are creepy mime ninjas in the streets. Oh, it's Pierre! Yes! I've been waiting for this.
It's Geppetto! Oh, Jep, we've missed you so much!
Oh, we certainly have. You quit the theater so suddenly. We had no idea where you'd run off to. Naughty boy. Who are these guys?
The Magamel brothers. Pierre here is a tailor, and Gerard runs an item shop. They're my old theater associates. They used to sell me costumes and supplies to use on stage.
It's fabulous to meet you, young man.
Yikes.
Hey, don't start scaring off my friends.
Well, I know. But anyway, now that we've all become such good friends, let me give you a fabulous present. Here you are.
Oh yeah. Obviously, we are going to be discount shoppers. These are the most far and away recurring item merchants in the game. They will be waiting for us in all of the dungeons, lost temples, terrible ruins. They get there ahead of us because they are better adventurers than we are.
What's this? That's a very special card you can use at any shop at all. If you have one of those, you can build up points whenever you go shopping. Those points really add on. And the more points you collect, the bigger the discount you can get. Isn't that just fabulous?
Gee, thanks. Anyway, You haven't forgotten the dress I ordered for Cornelia, have you?
Of course I haven't. And what about you, Jep? You haven't forgotten the little item I asked for, have you? Did you bring it?
Of course. Let's see. Where did I put it? This wasn't easy to get a hold of, you know.
Oh, fabulous! Another from my ultimate collection! Oh, my little heart be still! A stud card! And just for that, I'll now sew you a fabulous dress. Just pick the design you want, alright? Let's see. I don't think we were going to get native water for a caster for a while. What do we got here? I have no idea. I genuinely don't remember all of the elemental affinities we pick up. Do we get anyone that's native light? God, I don't recall. Karen is fire, and we're already doubled up with Yuri and his fusions. Yeah, whatever. We'll start with that. Simply fabulous. I'm in the mood. Just a moment while I whip your cute little number. This is the mechanic of check their flower pots for gay porn. We desperately need these new dresses. It's not a joke. It's how you unlock upgrades for Cornelia, the fabulous living doll.
Angel of light.
Wow, that's a beautiful dress.
That's Pierre's genius for you. His dresses certainly bring out Cornelia's beauty.
And that's just out of beauty alone. Every time a young lady changes dresses, new possibilities blossom, you know. Now then, Jeff, why don't you get little Cornelia changed? Oh, isn't this just too exciting, people? Also, item merchant. So, full disclosure, this game is from 2002, I think? That feels right. It's whatever year Final Fantasy X came out, because it launched in the same week as Final Fantasy X and got completely swallowed up in the RPG market. There is going to be a certain amount of casual homophobia in the humor of this game. And I wish that wasn't the case. It is a product of its age, and we know better and we can do better. But I'm going to point out, Pierre and Gerard are the best shopkeepers in any JRPG. Slightly skay humor notwithstanding, these guys are great. And okay, how much cash do we have? We got 2,900. I would like item upgrades are tempting, but all right, we got 5 healing leaves. Stack up on just a few more of those. We've got mana. We've got plenty of pure leaves for spirit, for soul. That's good. Removes all status now. Phoenix table. I don't recall how common rig abnormalities are. Let's get a couple Phoenix tails. Talisman of Luck is your revive item. We've already got some. Good. Heal everybody at save points. Always want to make sure we have a couple of those. And okay, everything else is items. So we can splurge a little bit now that we've got the basic stuff out of the way. I'd love to protect against poison. Can't afford it. So, okay. Yuri is going to be doing a lot of physical attacking. We want his weapon. Okay. Alright, Karen has a better sword already. That's good. That's one less. Can upgrade. We can sharpen Blanca's teeth. Yep. With
Glass paper. All right, we like that. And increases attack power. Not really significantly enough that I'm gonna worry about it. We'll call it good there, because that's most of our money anyway. Try for a discount. Yes, we have to use the ring to shop. Okay, not bad, not bad. It wouldn't be the Champs-Élysées if we weren't shopping. That's just what you do here.
I only cook French cuisine at the moment, but I'm hoping to branch out.
Was it Zonedin of Mitsubishi? You're looking for a sub-expert? Dr. Gautier just happens to be staying at this hotel. Yeah. Let us at him. Do I need to be so obsessive about my slave slots? I'm not certain, but again, I don't remember how this game scales. I know that dogs are going to randomly attack us in the street, so I want us to be prepared. What do you got? Monique, the front desk clerk? The rooms have already been booked. That's okay, we're just gonna wander around and try and harass your VIPs. Like the guy who designed both Paris and Washington, D.C.'s subway system. The traveling tailor made it. He's a little swishy, but he's very talented. Oh, we just randomly letting ourselves into people's rooms. I hope this is the guy. Oh, it is. Okay, we're gonna rob you as well while we're here.
How have you been, Dr. Gautier? What? That is an old Geppetto at Vosges Theater. How many years has it been, my friend? What brings you to visit? This was the last thing I expected. There's a war on. I'm very pleased, very pleased.
We're looking for a way through the subway tunnels out toward Le Havre, and we thought maybe you could help.
Toward Le Havre, you say?
A lot of parrot exposition, a lot of Metal Gearing back and forth.
Yes. Do you know a way?
Are ninjas about to jump through the window? They kind of framed the window in that shot.
See, just give me a minute to think here. 20 years ago, when the nation started building the subway, they poured all of their energy and enthusiasm into it. They went wild and dug tunnels all over Paris, but they didn't end up using all of them.
Poor city planning.
If I remember correctly, one of those unused tunnels heads northwest.
Wow, is the subway tunnel system really all that big?
Oh, Paris is at the forefront of civilization, after all. Oh, I just remembered. Ninjas. You go down into Champs-Élysées station, go right. That'll bring you to the abandoned tunnel to the Havre. Go right, eh? Got it. Thank you, Dr. Gautier. You've really been a huge help. Certainly glad to hear it. I've always been an ardent fan of yours, you know, Geppetto. Why do you want to leave Paris by way of the tunnels, anyway?
Ninjas.
Well, I'm ashamed to admit it, but I have a bill collector after me, you see? Very embarrassing business. Oh, yeah, I see. Yeah, the economy's been so bad since the war started. Things are hard everywhere. Listen, don't worry about a thing. My right-hand man is the site foreman down at the Champs-Élysées station. I'll send a message to him to let you know
I'll send a message down to him to let you into the restricted area. My accent might disappear.
That's very kind of you. Thank you much, Doc.
And to repay his kindness, we are immediately going to rob him of his worldly possessions. Why did he have a tent in the hotel room? I don't know, man. A man in the shower. Oh wow, we can just keep randomly robbing this hotel. Maid staff has seen everything that...
Oh, the guests! I just finished making up the bed, so please don't mess anything up.
Alright, yeah, no, that's cool. Don't ask me why that room is modeled, but I appreciate that they went that little extra bit. Cool, cool. An invisible wall. The Champs-Élysées is full of them. You got to be very careful when you're promenading down the Champs-Élysées. Asoli ou à l'appui, Amadou Amenoui. You can run into an invisible wall anytime you please on the Champs-Élysées. Wait, there was an item prop, right? No. My imagination. Hey guy, we're breaking up. Tunnels are pretty vast. Be careful not to get lost. I'm sure they're also full of monsters because dungeon. Or as the French say, subway. They said turn... This is left. It's not right at all.
Huh. They sure like scurrying all over the place.
Thanks, Lenny. Good to see you, too.
But when is the holy mistletoe gonna kick in, I wonder? The damn little punk looks perfectly fine to me.
Nikolai said something about the curse taking effect gradually.
What kind of way is that to do things? All he needs is one good punch.
Veronica has a trap all set up for them underground.
What? Is that damn woman here too?
Yes, sir. She said it would be the perfect way to kill some time.
Damn that S&M broad.
Wow, very... Alright, okay, no. Gonna stop you right there. Lenny. You do not get to kink shame. I see that you are wearing a leather harness underneath your jacket. The fans see it, Twitch sees it, chat sees it. You're wearing studded leather underneath your clothing. Not a word.
Oh well, they got that weird puppet guy on their side. We might as well have a magic lady warrior, I guess.
Surprisingly astute from the dumb muscle of the enemy team, yes.
Looks like old Nikolai is desperate. Well, guess I'll be heading along. Might as well take my time, though. Who wants to go shopping?
Yeah, okay. Fun little interview. I guess we're walking into a trap, and now we know that. The right-hand tunnel is this way Dr. Gotti told us to go, right? Damn. Looks like we can't get through. And there's no way we could possibly, squeeze alongside in the 2-foot gap on either side of the train.
There's a fuse blown on this thing. We can't move it the way it is.
I guess that's going to be our standard for dungeons, is we're going to be just repairing electrical infrastructure as we do our exploring. So it goes. Bring on the random encounters. Also, oh, wow, okay. Three-way intersection. We're going to start with the treasure chest. We're taking the right-hand tunnel first, because that's going to be, we're going to be getting lost. because I'm going to start talking about history. Now, what kind of monsters we got down here? Oh! Little, wait, what are, those aren't rats. Little kangaroo, okay. An alien Echimeu snake, I'm not at all happy about that. But little kangaroo rats. What are we doing here? What are we doing here, people? Kinda sturdy little kangaroo rats. Okay, no, that thing is actually quite large. Yeah, that's a concern. Can we beat up a mouse? Yes. That, it sure looks like that attack is going to cause poison. Thank goodness we couldn't afford those curative, or preventative gear.
That was a pretty good warm-up.
Pretty good warm-up. Killing monsters in the subway. A lot of cash on those rats, though. I'll take it. Tunnel forks again, so we're going to stick on the right-hand path. Oh man, this is gonna be a whole thing. So, a heads up, since oh hey, the Iron Claws are here. Okay. Oh, and they're working with the creepy tunnel serpents. By the way, tunnel snakes rule. Contractually obligated to point that out for you. Okay, yeah, we can definitely finish it off so it doesn't get an attack. Got to remember to pay attention to the timing sequence in the top there. What can that new? Let's try out that new dress. What's that going to do for us? Terrifying. Just gonna casually summon the Light of Heaven down to incinerate people in a subway. Welcome to Paris. Okay, it looks like a dead end at the end of this tunnel, and we'll be looping back to this first cross section. However, let's find out. Man, you know, I will say something that I did not 100% take into consideration when planning for this game. The combat has to be much more active because of the quick time events that every action requires. So it is a lot harder for me to find the openings I would like to do classroom hours. But I will try my best. And the first of the questions that we have properly from the mailbag. Oh, God, there's still so many of them. And we didn't replenish our magic. Alright, well, we can finish up that one at least. Yeah, coming from chat, coming from questions submitted for the time period and Europe circa the beginning of the 20th century, and I suppose the end of the 19th. is a bio question, biographic question, excuse me. Not biology, though I guess he was an impressive physical specimen. And it was specifically about who is one of the famous names of the period, Otto von Bismarck. And okay, this is a generic disclaimer. When I was doing trivia during Shadow Hearts, or excuse me, during Skies of Arcadia, pirate talk, Navy talk, like that's all just stuff that I kind of like know, right? That's just hobby information, brain tape from small times in the Akewood parlance. So like I never really had to do that much research to fill those segments. Just double check dates if I was a little muddled on the exact sequence of events of when things were specifically happening. But that's about it. Getting into actual world history in Europe is such a what's that? SY29. I don't know if that means anything. There is so much actual ink and blood spilled over these topics that it is honestly, it's a little bit daunting. Okay, perfectly intact train. That's good to know in this tunnel. I am gonna get so lost. Okay, I'm gonna turn around to this combat and finish going that tunnel that I was down because I wanna keep my mental map reasonably accurate. Okay, got him in one. That's what we like. No, yeah, it's I always get so intense. Okay, and I lose my train of thought. So, Otto von Bismarck, the great statesman of Europe. Famously, he is the first chancellor of unified Germany. And oh no, what I was saying previously. This is not going to be like bare bones understanding of European history. This is going to be like fragments of a partially exhumed skeleton. Not just entire textbooks have been written about all of the things that I'm going to be alluding to here. There are entire like fields of study. So this is a whole lot of this. This is juicy, meaty topics. And okay, and if I'm correct, this is going to be that first connecting tunnel that we passed. Okay, that's good. Alright, let's go back to that other sideways connecting tunnel, now that we know what's what. But yeah, so I encourage you, if anything that I'm saying sounds interesting, it sounds fascinating, find out more about it. An excellent resource you can check out is the channel for the Time Ghost Army of Indy Nidell and Spartacus Olsen. They hosted the Great War YouTube channel originally, and then they kind of branched out and kept going with their history from that. Really, really good stuff. Wonderful resource, and a great watch. Indy is an excellent host. So, shout out to Time Ghost. Anyway, so for most of modernity, leaving the medieval age, the feudal years behind us, Germany is not a single nation. It is a collection of German-speaking principalities, smaller states. Like, for my American viewers, if every one of the United States was its own small country, right, had its own prince instead of a governor, and fought constant, unending border wars with each other, that's Germany. That's the area at the time. And there is a push the rising political philosophy of nationalism, which is, you're familiar with it, even if you are not aware that this is where the term really starts becoming popular in the end of the 19th century. But the idea that the identity of states is not tied up in individuals, but rather shared culture, social, ethnic values, religion. A lot of things go into nationalism, but it's the idea that no, you aren't from that you aren't Venetian, you aren't Caparicin, you aren't you are Italian. You aren't. Well, okay, I'm not going to get into Great Britain for it. They still fight over it. And I don't want angry Scots coming at me, because they will. But the idea of the nation as the principal political unit, the one to be most, most concerned with, is nationalism. And for that, you kind of need a nation, not a whole bunch of little principalities. Otto von Bismarck, Russian count of old aristocracy, old military aristocracy, the Junkers, as they are called, is one of the leading voices before his chancellor, before Germany is Germany, that to combat to better endure the fact that their territory in Europe is sandwiched, unfortunately, between two much larger, much more centralized, unified power blocks. The France, resurgent rather, after Napoleon, and there's another Napoleon. There's Napoleon III at this time, and that doesn't bode well for much of anything. If you remember the first Napoleon, and I assure you, the German principalities did. And to the east, you had Imperial Russia. And this was... Okay, now we're going to check. Alright, that's just a treasure chest, and we'll keep going to the left. Ooh, Phoenix Tail, like that. So there's the push for Germanic nationalism. That is about 1866 that process starts. I believe the actual unification of Germany is 1871. There are a series of small wars and conquests, some of them more violent, some of them more economic, amongst the principalities. But at the end of it, Germany is a thing, a recognizable thing. Is this just dead-end tunnels for items? They're making me burn a lot of curative stuff, if that's the case. Alright, well, we can manage that. Didn't get the ring perfect victory. Oh well, close to it, close to it.
Is it over already?
You get more bonus goodies for the more stylish your victories. Hey, at least we got a mana leaf out of it, since we're burning those while we're down here. After Bismarck puts his impressive clout and political knowledge into the cause of nationalism and unifying Germany, he becomes the first Chancellor of Germany once Germany is Germany. Take a shot every time I say Germany. You're going to be on the floor. And Bismarck is a larger-than-life figure in his own time. He is a savvy political mind who... first strike. We surround them. And he has his fingers in pretty much all of the pies of the day. And his great focus is, because Germany is de facto surrounded by two great empires, Bismarck's primary concern is playing them off each other, so that Russia and France always have something to fight over, or are at each other's throats over, so that they are never unified against Germany. this will, spoiler alert, it will fail shortly after Bismarck's death. Foreshadowing is the entire history of the 20th century. Ooh, that was a saucy combo. I really like that. Ta-da! That was clean. Look at that victory screen. No enemy actions, no damage, ring perfect. Top marks. And we got bonus items and bonus XP. Cool, cool. But no, Bismarck is kind of I won't say breath of fresh air, because you can definitely make the argument that all of the problems of the 20th century, particularly involving German nationalism, are kind of his fault. He very famously gives a speech that he denies diplomacy and soft power as being super important, and instead, this unified, mechanized German state is a first-rate power that can strive on even footing with the colonial powers of the old world, Britain, France, and Russia most particularly. And the way forward for this new strong German nation to get what it wants the world over is iron and blood. None of that namby-tamby talk and diplomacy stuff. No, no, no. Despite the fact that this man is famously a diplomat. No, no, no. It's what we want is iron and blood, and the crowd loved it. And again, foreshadowing. Now, here's the thing. Despite the talk, which would be better suited to other more, shall we say, Charlie Chaplin mustachioed German nationalists of a later generation, Bismarck himself is in his day, he is the foremost proponent and practitioner of realpolitik. Originally a German idea, not Bismarck's term, but he embodied it. Realpolitik is better. If you're not familiar with the term, it is power politics. The idea. Wait, which direction was I walking? Oh no, this is going to happen a lot. I think I was going this way. Yes. Okay. And this is that. All right, this is the two-way intersection. If I kept going back down to the tunnel to the left, it would be the three-way intersection. Let's check this real quick. I think it's going to terminate against this cart. Yes, because we are on the other side of it in the tunnel. I'm gonna need my graph paper for this game. Looks like that one is standing away from the others. A miss. Tragedy. Good flex, though. Okay.
All we can do is go forward.
We can keep doing it clean. That's what we like. That's what we like. But no. Realpolitik, when applied to the idea of nation states, basically, idealism is for suckers. Friendship is for chumps. There's no friends. There's, no one is on your side. It's just business. This is Robert Duvall in The Godfather explaining that even the shooting of your father was business, not personal. That's realpolitik. Nations have interests. They don't have friends. They don't really have allies. You have allies only in so much as you have shared interests. If your interests are no longer shared, you aren't allies anymore because, again, this ain't personal, kid. It's what does the nation want. There's a reason that we talk about nationalism when we talk about realpolitik. Because little things like, is this a good, moral, or appropriate thing to do? We're not concerned about that. We are. Oh, is this gonna totally mess me up if I slow down Yuri's ring? Let's give it a try. Actually, we're gonna do it for Blanca. Blanca's ring seems to run faster than everything else. I don't know why. But Bismarck is a huge proponent of this. The idea, the nation has goals, do whatever it takes to meet them, and not to be entirely cynical about it. There is, there are some good outcomes to this, even though if it is kind of like clinical sociopathy as a ideal state of governance. In the case of Germany and Bismarck's time as chancellor, they have at the time, I want to say, most comprehensive, what we would now call social safety net, taking care of not just veterans, which was certainly part of it, but factory workers, the urban populations, the downtrodden, anyone who's chronically ill. They had actually really good state-sponsored care to take care of these people. And because this is Bismarck, this is realpolitik, it has nothing to do with that being just like, oh, that's a good and moral thing to do. That's a nice thing to do for your nation, to take care of people. No, there's no friends in this game. Bismarck does that so they can defang the rising tide of left-wing sentiment. This is the first, this is the early days of the teachings of Marx spreading around Europe. And trust me, we're going to be visiting Russia later in the game. We're going to be talking about the Bolshevik Revolution. But Bismarck is on the other side of that in Germany, and he wants to get out ahead of it. So, yeah, no, we're gonna do social welfare programs. We're going to take better care of public health and everything, just so that the socialists can't. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna have to come back to this one. Oh, I don't like this dungeon already. But yeah, it is entirely so that they can prevent socialism from taking over Germany, and it mostly works in that regard. But that was the goal was continue the continue the privacy of the existent national government of which he is part. So hey, if we have to adopt social welfare programs to ensure that happens, great. That's soft power. That's politics, baby. And what does that mean for the rest of Europe? Well, it means they're going to back any cause they can, because the most valuable thing, again, for Germany at the time, as Bismarck sees it, is to make sure that the other great powers of the world are at each other's throats and not looking at Germany. So there's a whole bunch of juggling, and despite the fact that Bismarck famously gives a speech, which helps drive him into the hearts and minds of the German people about iron and blood being the necessary tools for securing German supremacy, he is, I'm not sure risk averse is the correct way to put it, but he correctly recognizes that no, they ain't fit to win a war against France. Not at this point. They ain't gonna be able to beat Imperial Russia straight up. Their best bet is to make sure that everyone is just playing off of each other. Okay, we have a save point. Is it worth using a tent? I can use a tent, or I can use 3 MP items. I'll use the tent. We stole one from that nice man. Thanks, Dr. Gautier. So is there a fuse that we can steal? It's mighty big. Flip the switch. I suppose that did it. Oh, hey, the lights are on overhead. That's a nice little touch. So now we're going to try and navigate our way back to where we came, to those previous intersections. And then we'll get attacked by a boss. I mean, we'll be able to proceed to Le Havre with no further complications. Oh, almost got ring perfect on that. Okay, should still be fine. But yeah, so Bismarck will lean into any cause to keep his neighbors looking at each other. While this is going on, it's easy with Russia a lot of time. Britain and Russia mostly are engaged in what they call the Great Game. That's the actual name. I'm not making it up. That's not me being snarky. That's what they call it at the time that it's happening. And that is basically with the retreat and diminishing of the authority of the Ottoman Empire. To use the parlance, the sick man of Europe, as they were called at the time. And the Ottomans losing the ability to actually project force into the Near East and the Middle East, Afghanistan in particular. The other powers of Europe, mostly Britain and Russia, are engaged in a. I mean, I guess you would. It is a precursor to the Cold War. It is the same idea of nations vying for international supremacy in the second and the third world without openly engaging in armed hostilities with each other. It was a lot of spies. It was a lot of sneaky stuff. Notably, one of the famous spies of the Great Game, Margaret Gertrude Zell, the Matahari, a player character in the previous Shadow Hearts. Okay, hang on. All right, this is the three-way intersection. Okay. Where's the center go? Because this should be a dead end. Okay, and this will loop back around to the side. Oh, okay. All right. I think I know where I am. But okay, if I have said, and I have, that Otto von Bismarck is a relatively cautious politician for what he actually commits to. His rhetoric is all over the place, of course. But why why do I say that the argument can be made that everything is his fault? Well, up it goes. And a very unnecessary combo, but it looks cool.
You can't beat us that easily.
So, despite the fact his actual politics are relatively reserved and are just about the ends, period, no concern beyond that, Bismarck leans into militarism. He leans into iron and blood. He riles up everybody who says, hey, we wants to fight, we wants to take on the world. We're Germany, we're tough. We're one mighty nation now and not a whole bunch of little ones. Everybody else been pushing us around for too long. Ooh, I can get all 5 of them. That's a good cast. Easiest ring perfect victory I'm ever gonna get. That was saucy. Okay, happy with that. All right, when I run into the Majumel brothers again, I need to stock up on mana leaves because we are loading these into a pipe and we are going wild on them. We is downright bohemian in this party. So wait, so the south tunnel goes. Where does this one go? Okay, a much faster dead end. Cool. Okay, good. Answered that question. My curiosity has been sated. I can get back to the entrance. And we'll keep backtracking. But no, anyway. So, yeah, Bismarck does a lot of juggling. And is always, he is a great peacemaker. He is always trying to keep his finger firmly on the pulse, and all 10 little piggies and toes in all of the various pies of Europe. And then he dies. Because he is a mortal man who drinks and smokes an awful lot. His health fails. He is relieved by Kaiser Wilhelm, I think the second. I believe it's Wilhelm II. It's Kaiser Wilhelm, certainly. Because the old man is a little too cautious and is not jumping on what they feel should be grand opportunities to exert German might. Because at the end of the day, Bismarck is, for all of his military talk, again, he's a reserved actor. He sets the pot boiling. He fills it, he fills it with the water. Wait, did this not actually open up that tunnel? Am I going to look around and see where the train moved? Oh, I hate it. Nah, I can only get 2. I feel like the Gale Spin is the new Alpha Storm of just opening up early on to clear some of the field. And I'm okay with that. But yeah, all of that militarism, all of that leaning into the Junkers, the military aristocracy, all of that rah-rah iron and blood talk, that's Bismarck, sets all that up, and then he is no longer there as a moderating influence to keep that from running wild. Is this the start of the dungeon, or am I one intersection in still? Oh, yeah, no, that's the start of it. Okay, it did not actually open up the tunnel to Le Havre, so I have to once again trace my steps starting from the right and see where the train got moved. Yuck. Okay, we'll make a couple of circuits around the subway. We're getting some good XP out of it, at least. But yeah. And when there are not cooler heads prevailing, when there's not the constant micromanagement of Bismarck to deal with all of his mess with everybody, be involved in everything politics, when there's no one doing that juggling, everything falls apart. Hot war breaks out in earnest relatively quickly. The system of treaties and secret alliances and wink wink nudge nudge realpolitik of we have shared interests over this and that binds Germany to so much of the world, particularly Austria-Hungary, and some damn fool places in the Balkans. Those same treaties that are the work of Bismarck's realpolitik mean that if, for example, there's an assassination of prominent Hungarians, like, I don't know, Archduke Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sophia, and a war starts very suddenly, Germany is going to be on the hook for that, whether or not it is in their best interest anymore. It's just going to happen. And that's very, very, very short version of that's how you get a First World War. Also, blimey, that was rambling even on my standards. Like I said, there's whole history books written about any of this stuff.
Don't mess my clothes up.
Is it safe to be feeding a wolf all of these mana leaves? I don't know. Maybe I should ask a creepy zoologist who's big on animal violence. It seems like something he would know. Okay. I thought by following the light bulbs I would get to where I needed to be going. Apparently not. Wolf talks of probably... I mean, yeah. Obviously, the wolf has mana. I'm just saying, you know, like there's animals that you can give people that aren't safe. Like, what if it's caffeinated? What if that's what the mana is? It's just caffeine. I can't be giving that to my dog. That ain't safe. I mean, and I suppose the other option is don't constantly abuse super moves with my dog. So it doesn't have to be constantly restocking this mana. But to that I say, I ain't got all night. I'm already lost in the subway. Wait, this looks new. This is not where I came in before. The enemy is going for a combo. They're not allowed to do that. Which enemies? Ah, those two clawed soldiers. I forgot that this is a thing that could happen. Enemies will combo you just as well as you can combo them for massive damage. That also means that they bunched up and we had higher initiative, so... if we didn't have an AoE attack primed, using hard hit or a knockdown to basically physically move them from each other is the other way to break enemy combo. Well, you know, the dog seems fine so far, so we'll keep feeding Blanca mana leaves until something stronger comes along. Oh. Well, we're on the other side of the Seine. That's good. All right, so we had the establishing shot of the Eiffel Tower. Now we have an establishing shot of Notre Dame de Paris. Accurately pointed out from this cathedral enthusiast here, they did in fact remove the stained glass during the war, because artillery shells and zeppelins, son. Lilette. Her title is Tired from Walking. finally made it out of the bustling part of the city. She hates crowds. Everyone has a little story. I like it. The regular customer. He likes to collect odds and ends. Oh, is this the guy who gives us straw? There's a dude who, like, gives us a piece of straw and is like, yo, this is the secret to untold wealth. I'm not sure. Wait, I'm not sure if this is actually. I thought there would be a boss fight in the subway. I'm not sure if this is actually, if we're finished, or if this is just a stop. Like they give us, oh, you need to go shopping in the middle of the dungeon. We'll find out. There's a war going on? I had no idea. The town's so peaceful. It really shouldn't be in 1915. Should be readily apparent that there is a war on. My dude just has the Mona Lisa hanging in his shop. Guy, the junk dealer. Customers. Oh, it's Geppetto. Looking for puppet parts, are you? No? You're looking for a fuse? Of course. Oh! Super! What a novel way to handle the dungeon solution. Go visit this shop on the other end of the Seine, and okay, I had forgotten that this was a thing. That's so charming.
Oh, we get them mana leaves.
I want that mana. I'm sure we're gonna find the better version of them soon, and I'll regret purchasing so many, but I ain't regretting it yet. Alright, we're still good on tents. Oh, and now we can buy the better thread for Geppetto. And... ooh, okay, we can't afford a coral lariat or a coral pendant for more ring speed. How likely are we to get poisoned? I honestly don't. I have no idea. I don't recall how prominent it is. We don't have that much cash. But we will pick up some attack increases. Yeah, and we'll try for a discount. Because it's good everywhere. The Maginot Brothers said so. Okay, awesome. One more semi-compulsive save. We probably have enough spirit. Actually, I have no idea how much soul energy I will need for Yuri's future upgrades. But we're also not really at a point where we need to be relying on his shape-shifting super heavily. So he is fine for now. We'll do that probably at the start of next session. On the clock here, almost 8:20. Wanna keep moving. So I think now we just have to navigate back. We got the fuse, so now we just have to navigate back to where we came in, and we already managed to do that once. So how hard could it be? They were smart enough to spread out. They figured out our weakness. I was hoping for a strike on that. Well, still good enough. Okay. Red Rave? Break out the glow sticks. That ain't so bad. Oh, they got it in for Geppetto, though. I honestly don't blame him. I see that old man, I know he's up to no good. Ah! I gotta stop sassing my party members, start paying better attention to my judgment ring.
You can't beat us that easily.
I do kind of appreciate how quickly Karen has taken us all in stride, like normal Tuesday night. You know, she was on the Western Front, she saw some stuff, I don't doubt. Another surround. Do we get Blanca? Yeah, alright. Hit him with the good stuff. Doesn't... looks like they're a little too spread. We're not going to be able to get all of them. Shame. Strike a pose, kill a big worm.
You see? We're more than they can handle.
Okay, okay. Well, don't act surprised. We've been fighting Claude soldiers the whole time we're in the tunnel. Okay, you know, I think it's just because I actually gave him, like, the Gale Crest, but Blanca is hard carrying this party. Doing all the work here. Highest body count by far. At least on screen, Yuri has kind of a reputation. I'll just wing it. How hard can it be? For a second, I was wondering if we were gonna have to fight the subway car, if that was gonna be the boss. I got my suplex ready. I'm waiting for it. Been training my whole life for this. Alright, we'll top up Mana, Geppetto's gonna use a lot of spells. I have a feeling this boss fight coming up. And we got a couple of crests. Let's just check that really quick. Let's see. Heat Edge. What does that do? Oh, adds fire to physical attack. Red Rave, the other guy was using. Small circular damage. Yeah, neither of those I'm not super worried about either of those. But I guess we can give Karen something. Yeah, we'll give her, well, whatever. She's got fire already. We'll give her more fire magic. Okay, this we can obviously just push. It's just a cart. This can't be hard. We could walk around it.
Hey, look! I bet we could use this.
Great. We can clear a lot of ground fast with this.
Are we gonna make Geppetto push? Oh no, it's just riding on a flat track somehow. Cool.
What's that?
I did not remember a minecart chase with Lenny. I was not expecting this.
I gotcha. That guy's pretty stubborn, ain't he? Hey there, Spike Boy! You couldn't catch a cold if you wanted to! Now bite me! Why, you little...
How is he faster than us? Why are there two tracks side by side in the Parisian subway? These questions will not be answered.
Hi, where you going?
I'm trying not to laugh because the bit is a little too obvious. Lenny is the comic relief villain, for the record. In case that wasn't clear. Ah, Veronica, the other comic relief villain. We're just gonna let that breathe for a little bit, like her wardrobe.
Come along, little boys and girls. This is the entrance to paradise.
The appropriate reaction to Veronica. Oh boy, what kind of character have we run into this time? Who are you?
I'm Veronica, Sapientus Gladio's magic warrior.
Call her queen, call her queen.
Give yourselves up and be my slaves, and I just might spare your lives.
Is she implying some kind of undead slavery here? I mean, magic warrior, necromancer? I'll allow it. That's gonna need a whole roll of boot tape to keep together. Okay, I have to assume there's like adhesive on the inside, because that's not even quarter cup. That's quite an offer, but we'll pass. We're not really into that scene. Lenny, though.
Such a shame. It'll be too late if you change your minds later, you know. I wonder if you'll be saying such brave things after my pretty pets here have their way with you.
And then she added, oh, 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 oh. No, we didn't get a noblewoman's laugh out of her? I'm disappointed. Oh, what? Okay. Boss. Speaking of enemies that can combo, Caster, and I assume the other one is Polly. Yeah! Okay. We'll bring out Carl for this. And Carl got them anti-air skills, as I recall. Blaze. Yeah, single hits anti-air. Cool. Let's combo with Karen is always a good choice. No, let's combo with Blanca. We'll hit him with Comet. This should be good. Soul Comet. Okay, knock them, and while they're still in air before they hit the ground, we're going to hit them with the anti-air special and the combo. Whew, that was close. Nice, okay. I took a decent chunk off of them. Alright. this seems like the kind of fight where you focus one of them before they start doing, you know, a bunch of gribbly stuff together. That's just my take on it. The benefit of not remembering anything about the actual, like, gameplay and combat in this game. Don't hit my dog! Don't kill my dog! My dog's fine. Oh wait, I have to remember what the mappings are because the buttons don't match. It's a different kind of controller. Okay, my bad. Combo break. Won't get a perfect ring score. That's fine. Still one less monster. Okay, and Geppetto is going to cure Blanca. Not, you know, very well. Oh, actually, pretty good. We'll try one more combo with Karen this time. Karen gets to have some fun. How are we doing? Alright, everyone's soul gauge. Karen is the lowest. She's still got 4 rounds before it goes berserk. That's fine. Not if I miss my attacks. Alright, we knocked it down low enough. This should hit. Oh no! The tiny ring! They weren't lying! It's a fire creature. This is ice. That should do more damage, right? That's... Yeah, that seems reasonable. Oh, I hate that it's just one big eye in there. I don't like that at all. Okay, yeah, fire attacks on the fire elemental is a losing battle. We will defuse Yuri. Spiked. Whew, too close. Hail break might do it. Nice. Okay, okay. Not the cleanest. Had a couple of misses in there and the combo mess up, but I'll take it. We're going to be seeing a lot of Veronica. And we're going to be seeing a lot of Veronica when we see a lot of Veronica.
Well, stronger than you look. I'll let it go just this once, but I won't go so easy on you next time.
Yeah, she can just do that. She can just teleport.
There she goes. Too weird to live, too strange to die.
Oh, another weird character to deal with.
Yeah, fear and loathing on the Champs-Elysees.
With members like Lenny and that chick. What kind of secret society is this anyway?
I mean, they're plenty competent. They're just really strange. Oh, and this is a thing you can revisit for the most part. Story independent, you can like revisit quite a lot of the previous zones, and there'll be side quests and such not that encourage that. I'm pretty sure if we went back to the Ardennes, there's the next wolf, or a wolf available now that has shown up in the forest that you can fight with Blanca. We're not going to do that at the moment. We're gonna keep going to Le Havre, and see what else they got lined up for us. And yeah, Le Havre should be incredibly militarized because of the fact that there is a naval war going on in the North Sea during the First World War with the German High Seas Fleet. I don't think we're going to see that in this version of Le Havre, but here we are. What do you got, decrepit Vincent? Things are pretty bad in Le Havre. It looks so pastoral. And the Marginal brothers have, of course, beat us here. Are we stalking him? They're here for that ocean breeze. Let's do a little shopping. How did they get here faster than us? Well, they didn't have to sneak out of town, so this one is actually pretty easy to explain. Oh, mostly the same inventory. They do have some new armors. That's a decent upgrade. 10 points for Yuri, 9 points for Karen. Yeah, we got the money. A body bracelet. What's that? Oh, paralysis. Ooh, that's worth buying when we have the when we have the cash for it. In the meantime, we still got tents. Not really using those. We'll keep our leaf habit entirely out of control. Playing too much Skies on this channel. I'm item hungry. I'm here for it. And okay, and I like that they compel you to blow your money on the shop more because they show you how close you are to your next discount rank. That's good marketing. The Marginal brothers, they know what they're doing. They're wily. Hi, sailor. Captain Mirko. Want to ride my ship? It's not that simple, I'm afraid. Off the coast, it's crawling with German submarines right now. We'd be taking our lives into our hands going out there. Okay, we don't have enough money to afford passage to Wales to hunt down Mystic Roger Bacon to try and figure out, why this, what we can do about this holy mistletoe, which has, cursed Yuri. And that is what drew in Alice's great uncle to the story. You remember Alice? This is a story about Alice. And the mayor is looking for a vigilante group. He needs a brute squad. We have brute squad credentials. Oh, okay. It's gonna. Yeah. If the price is right, he'll risk German submarines. So there is submarine warfare in the First World War. In 1915, I think it would be a gross overstatement to describe the English Channel as being crawling with German submarines. That is 1938. That is 1939 into 40 when the wolf packs are a thing. There is submarine interdiction of shipping in the First World War. It is not nearly to that point. Though I guess, like if you're a merchant sailor, any amount of German submarines possibly torpedoing you is probably too many. What's this? You're holding us up. Oh, it's a lottery guy, is it? Holds a lottery with any member. Don't try to deceive yourself. You know you want to. Give in to your desires. Play the lottery. Wow, this game is going some places. You're gonna discover some hot man love on some stud cards. You're gonna unlock your inner gambling addict. Okay, fine, sure, let's do it. Not much of a choice. Okay, what are the prize listings? A bath and crest, hit area expand. Not hit number of hits. Okay. Daphne fruit pure leaf tissues. So tissues are a junk item. I seem to recall there's a side quest where we need to be able to give a guy tissues, and we have to like lose the lottery at some point to complete it. I might be entirely misremembering that. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa! What is this? What is this? Oh, that was it. I was not paying attention. I was not prepared for that. Can we play again? Yeah, we don't get a ticket. I'm already hooked. They got me that easily. Oh, and this is an alley you go down to get mugged. We're gonna rob this treasure chest in front of this hardworking gentleman. Oh, I should equip those new items I bought, since I just got another one. Yeah, leather. Wool for Geppetto. I mean, we're gonna give Blanca the new cloak, not because I don't like Karen. I like Karen an awful lot. Blanca gets forced automatically into one-on-one dog fights where he's gonna be eating tons of physical attacks. So he actually does need better defenses than much of the rest of the party. Alright, so La Havre, we got... That's definitely the mayor's house. I don't see how it could be anything else. I'll finish scouting around a little bit. This quaint, hard-working town, which we will rob all of the locals. How about you, old woman? Elderly Irene?
Out of my way, you lot. Quit blocking the road. People these days.
Dude, walk. You're going to road. We in a square, lady. You can walk around. Obligatory ship's wheel. Obligatory treasure chests. Is this tavern open? Not open yet. What time do they open? It's the middle of the day. We have unemployed Henry, letting us know that if we haven't already found the ship's crew to cross to England, that we should find the ship's crew. What? I am the Ring Soul, the will of the Judgment Ring, the administrator of all fate. Oh, hi, Ring Soul. How you doing? Yikes. The hell are you, a ghost? Why so high and mighty? Dude, he said he was the administrator of all fate. Keep up. Oh, it's you again. Yeah, from Appointed Tower. This is the Ring Spirit, Yuri. Ring Spirit? Metal Gear. No, I'm not a spirit, nor am I flesh. I am the Ring Soul, the will of the Judge. So what does he want with us, then? The will of the Judgment Ring, the administrator of all fate. Keep up. I can see it. I can see your future. This I entrust to you. Oh, sweet, attack boost. What's this? The power to command the Judgment Ring. Such power will help you carve your way through destiny. Is that all you can say? The almighty Ring Soul gets a little sulky with us. That's fair. Yeah, the talking MacGuffin. He's here to boost our. He's here to give out the most valuable item of the game for free, no strings attached. And Yuri is gonna sass talk him. Oh, he means thanks. Thank you, Ring Spirit. It does not pay to forget gratitude. I will appear to you again to bestow upon you more power. But beware, I am always watching to see if you are truly the ones who command destiny. He's gone.
He seemed a little angry. I hope it'll all be okay.
Okay, yeah, well, lucky find on that. Let's actually go ahead, because I will totally forget about that. We could put Blanca up to 3 strike zones, which is good. Geppetto's never gonna need more than 1. I think we're gonna give Karen 4. Because Karen is best girl, stroke best character, period. And she is doing the most physical attacking. Yuri, with his fusions, all of them have special attacks, and if he is for boss fights and whatnot, when we really need to put the damage out, he is most likely not going to be doing basic attacks. Karen, on the other hand, frequently will be. So yeah, and ooh, okay, she has evasion down. Not that it ever triggers. We are going to commit war crimes and give her a poison effect on her basic attack. Yuri, unlikely to come up all that often. We have Blanca auto evasion down for them dogfights, and okay, we have some expansions. All right, we want that second strike area a little bit wider on Blanca. This is fun that you can do this. Karen, we're gonna have to play with the new zones. I think that final strike area is a bit thin, but we'll come back to that. I'm definitely having trouble catching strike area number 2 for Yuri, and number 3 as well. And frankly, that hit area could stand to be improved. Okay, that's pretty good. Right ring spirit, you gatekeep those powers. He could make us all powerful immediately. He could just give us 10 hit area, 10 hit area increases or attack increases, or hit area numbers. But no, then how would he know if we were really in command of fate, right? Like he's got a job to do, and it's to deal with these meddling kids and our dog. Okay, you know what? I think we're topped up on items. We got our ring sorted out. Talking to the mayor will trigger plot and start us on the road to our second best party member. Karen is always going to be best, but oh, does she have some competition? So let's take a quick, do a quick save, and let's look into the graveyard, because I think we can probably upgrade Yuri's fusions. We got a lot of soul energy. Because we're stealing a lot of people's souls, monsters' souls, and because Yuri will, pray to a blood altar in a graveyard rather than go to therapy. I think we can. Oh yeah. We got 269 and everything's at like 40 to upgrade. Yeah, we can do this. Let's head in there. Yo, creepy tree of me. Structure the door of Hell's commandments. That doesn't sound good. I don't like that. Should I like that? Man, my own soul, you're making it weird. I'll charge a Dark Altar. This is a good idea. It does not have fault nor possibility of error. Oh, okay. So we can unlock up to, at this point we can unlock level 2 fusions for Yuri. We already have level 1, I think, for fire. Door of a labyrinth. That doesn't sound fun. I don't like that. I think there's combat in here? I'm not sure. Rage burns through your body. We got a Barbaria soul. That's rad. Do we get a? Okay, yeah, we do get a. We get list and art for his fusions. Fire spirit. Oh, Barbaria's sick. I like that. I like that a lot. Awesome suit of, like, evil mechanical knight armor. That's cool. Nox is goth Yuri, goth vampire pretty boy Yuri. Awesome. And Orestes is a cool gribbly demon dude. Man, we go from, like, okay, look, we got Carl, who's just shirtless Yuri with a bad hat, to awesome Fire Knight. Nox goes from goth Yuri with bad hair to awesome gribbly doom-looking monster imp with bone blades. This escalates quickly. I'm sure there are no side effects to charging up the latent, lingering demon's souls locked inside of us, whilst the Holy Mistletoe is destroying our own soul, like, actively and unavoidably. Nah, it's cool. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay. Well, we're a couple minutes short of 9, but this is far and away going to be the best breakpoint we have before we jump into our next plot sequence with, I assume there'll be cutscenes and action locked in as we join the Brute Squad in Le Havre to see what they need vigilantes for in this quaint, peaceful seaside town, besieged by German U-boats during the First World War. Some things don't add up. We'll talk to the mayor about it. He'll definitely know. And yeah, I think that is going to be good for the evening. Thank you very much for joining us and listening to me get lost in the subway and rant about Otto von Bismarck. And we will pick up next time. We'll be adding, I don't want to spoil it, but man, oh man, do we have a good cast member coming up in our next session. It's the reason I had to dial back one of the voices I was doing earlier. It'll make sense once you meet him. Yeah, that'll be next week. Hope to catch you at our regular time. Until then, y'all stay shadowy. No, that's still. I gotta. Thank you for joining me. My finger creeps? No. My studly cards? No. My mini bosses? We're gonna keep workshopping this. New titles will be bestowed upon you. My ring souls? Maybe. To Arc. I'll catch you next time. Thank you for joining. As ever, take care of yourselves, take care of each other, and y'all have a good evening. Man, I gotta work on my outro too. Fairwinds Fallen Seas doesn't work anymore. Crap. Well, still. Take care of each other. You've all earned it. Have a good evening.